G'day everyone and welcome to a very exciting episode of Automotive Carnage. We are out bush wreck hunting again in the beautiful sunshine and we have found it. We have found the Nissan we were looking for a couple episodes ago. Before we get into this beauty though, I found two other beautiful wrecks just as amazing that I want to show you first. This episode is awesome, there's some great cars, keep watching and check it all out, it's so cool! Okay everybody, so here's our first awesome car for the day. It's an HT Holden panel van, which is kind of cool, something a little bit different, a bit more unique than the normal sedans or utes we find out here. Unfortunately the motor is gone, so I'm guessing being a panel van and being utility, it would have just been a straight 6, but who knows what was in there. Someone's taken the tags already, so I can't even decode those for you. Overall, it would have made a pretty good restoration project if something heavy didn't land right there on the front guard, and that door's a bit too mangled as well. But the whole front subframe's still there, the hubs are there. It looks alright in there, to be honest. It's not too bad. Obviously all the glass is missing, like every car that we find out here. But as we move towards the back, the rear panels, they're still in good shape. Mainly just surface rust along there. Down this way, the whole diff assembly is still in there, which is really good. Obviously a few wheel nuts are missing and the brake drums themselves are gone. A bit of rust there in the quarter, which is to be expected. If we have a look in here though, got a 3-spoke steering wheel, which is cool. The dash is all there. Well, the casing is anyway, I should say. The floors though, well, they've seen better days. You can quite clearly see through to the ground on them. So I mean, overall the body's not too bad on this old one, which is really cool. Kind of be nice to know what year it was and what motor and transmission it was running, but all that's gone unfortunately, and I say the tags have already been peeled off. A few bullet wounds like they normally get out here, which is cool. Oh yeah, driver's side door handle's still there, which is awesome. So yeah, I was pretty chuffed to find this one just sitting out here, not too molested. Just unfortunately I'd say that front frame will be a bit twisted from the heavy hit on the passenger side, so maybe just too far gone for a restoration project. Anyway, let's move on to the next one, which I'm really excited about. So this next one we're going to look at is particularly interesting because unlike a lot of the other ones that we find out here, much like the HT we just looked at, a lot of them have been vandalized and scavenged for parts already. But this one, there is still a lot of usable parts on it. Let me show you. This right here is a 1972 Ford Fairmont sedan. And as you can see from the rear, we still have the lights intact. I mean, they're a bit faded, granted they've been sitting here for a few years, but they're still there. That rear bumper is still usable by someone. Now, the only thing that lets this car down from being fully restorable is the roof. It's been caved in, water's got into it, and we've got some pretty bad rust here. Now, how long has this car been sitting here, you ask? Long enough for a tree to grow in between the door. So moving in towards the engine bay though, this is really cool. It still has the tags in here. That's just how unmolested it is. And by deciphering the code, this thing came with a 302 V8 and a 3-speed automatic column shift. So it's really cool. The bumper, that's still in good nick as well. I mean, there is some really good parts on here. Even the fenders are still pretty solid. There's almost a bit cranked up at the front there. Disc brake front. Man, this thing would have been a beast back in the day. Vinyl roof. It is in really good shape. Someone's nicked the diff out of it as well. Looks like they've left one of the manifolds behind. But man, I was chuffed when I found this. Just how complete it is. Like all the chrome trim still here. It's a bit dinged up. I mean, it's not going to help build a concourse vehicle, but you know, it's going to help restore someone's car. Even the floors aren't too bad actually. If we look in there, that sun's a bit bright, sorry. The dash is a bit shattered. You're not going to be saving that anytime soon. Factory bucket seats. which is cool. Even the kick panel here is still in good nick. With a bit of a buff, that'll come up really good. So yeah, this one was really cool. I'm not a particular fan of this body style of Ford, but the fact that it has still got so many usable parts on it is really awesome. So I hope to put the word out there and get some parts off this car for other people to restore their road going versions. But anyway, let's not dilly-dally. We've only got 2 cars left. One of them just a quick little quirky one, and then the last one, well, we've been saving that one for last because it is an absolute amazing, I feel quite a rare car, because ask yourself, when was the last time you've seen one on the road? And here it is. This tiny little ray of faded sunshine is a 2nd generation Daihatsu G11 Charade, built in 1985. A, how did they get out here? B, they must have taken quite a while, because these little things only had a little 993cc 3-cylinder, which someone has taken. It's not lying around here in the bush anywhere. Someone has taken the tiny 3-cylinder for who knows what reason. I can't figure it out. Maybe they needed to repower their lawnmower or something, I don't know. Tiny little engine. But yeah, just a quirky little vehicle. You don't see many of these super mini compact cars out here, because it's just such a long way for them to come. It will have been one hell of a ride to get here. It's definitely a bit rough, and a lot of the interior is gone. Still got the shifter, but the as I said, the whole power train is gone. So yeah, just a quirky little one. Now let's move on to the super rare beast. I don't know how to introduce this car. It's buzzing me out that it's even out here. It is so different and so unique compared to typical Fords, Holdens and Valiants that we find out here. I'm just going to spin the camera around, and I mean, if you've seen the thumbnail, you've obviously seen the car, so let's just get this done. Oh, it's awesome. Okay, here we go. What we have here is a 1965 Nissan Cedric station wagon, of all things. This thing is just beautiful. Yeah, it's a rusty old heap of bush wreck, but look at it. This is so easy to restore with the right mindset and skill, of course. It's not funny. The hubs are missing, but all the front suspension's there. The rear diff's still in there. The chrome work is all here. There is bugger all rust. In fact, if I come back here. That is one of only 4 rust patches I can find on this car. The roof hasn't been caved in at all. It's in good condition. We come around the back here and we've got the typical bullet holes that need to be fixed up. But it's just, yeah, the glass is missing, tail lights are missing, but there is so much to start with. This car needs to be saved. It's just wonderful. Hang on, let me show you that side. Alright, so we come around here. It's all, like, it's fairly straight too. No one's really kicked in the panels. We open the door. Oh, watch the sharp glass. Alright. You know, that door still opens. The interior needs, well, reupholstering to say the least. It's seen better days. Steering wheel and dash, that's going to need to be completed again. But there's bugger all rust, people. This is incredible. This is one of the other rust patches in the same spot there. We can open this door from the inside as well. And then we get a look at the space in here. This car is just awesome. So let's go back to the front of the car and let's see what kind of drivetrain this thing's got. Okay, so under the hood here we've got a little 1.9 litre 4-cylinder, 95 horsepower, a bit of a unique engine. I believe these were a 4-speed manual. Yes, the tablet cover's missing, starter motor is missing, a few other bits and pieces, but again, I mean, if you know what you're doing, you could rebuild that, or you update it to a more modern Nissan powertrain and hell, put an SR20 in there. Why not? The room's there. It's in good nick, like even the bonnet. Normally we get lots of rust along this edge here, but there's just nothing. It's just in really good condition. And my theory is that it's so unique and different, no one knows what it is, no one else has one, and so the locals have just left it alone. It hasn't been pillaged and ripped apart. It's one hell of a boat, that's for sure. It's just massive. And it's kind of cool because it's got like a mix of British and American styling cues in there. Okay, I'm just buzzing on this. It is a beautiful car. Oh, and I almost forgot to show you guys too that this is a factory 8-seater. All of them came with this awesome third row seating in the back that folds down. It does work, it still folds down, but it's a bit stiff at the moment. But then, once you got all the kids out of the car, you flick this switch, you put that forward, and then look at the amount of boot space you get. That's massive. Maybe I should restore this for myself and use it as a new family car. That is so versatile. With an SR20 5-speed manual. Ooh, here we go, baby. And to go with it, I've already got two mates who are into restoring old Japanese vehicles. They specialise in nothing newer than 1980, I think it is. And I've just sent them a bunch of photos of this, and they're sounding pretty keen to come and grab it and to give it a new lease on life. I really hope we can work out something for them to come and get it. It is a long way from anywhere, but it's just wonderful. It needs to be saved. It is so cool. So yeah, I'm going to leave this episode on that. It is an absolute high to finish on a 1965 Nissan Cedric. Oh Matt, tell me in the comments, when was the last time you seen one? Let alone seen one actually driving on the street. I've never seen one. I didn't even know what that was when I first found it. I was just awesome. Awesome car. Anyway, catch you guys on the next episode, and hopefully we find even more rare vehicles just like this one. See you later, guys.